What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Hot Button Sports Show. I'm your host, Isaac Lane. And in this video, we are going to get into a reaction concerning some news coming from NFL football player, active NFL football player, Carl Nassib, and former Tampa Bay Buccaneer Carl Nassib, who was drafted in the third round in 2016 by the Cleveland Browns, played for a few years with Cleveland, played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for a few years, and is currently on the active roster for the Las Vegas Raiders. And if you haven't already heard his own announcement, here you go.
Just want to take a quick moment to say that I'm gay. I've been meaning to do this for a while now, but I finally feel comfortable enough to get it off my chest. I really have the best life. I got the best family, friends, and job a guy could ask for. I'm a pretty private person, so I hope you guys know that I'm really not doing this for attention. I just think that representation and visibility are so important. I actually hope that one day videos like this and the whole coming out process are just not necessary. But until then, I'm going to do my best and do my part to cultivate a culture that's accepting, that's compassionate. And I'm going to start by donating $100,000 to the Trevor Project. They're an incredible organization. They're the #1 suicide prevention service for LGBTQ youth in America. And they're truly doing incredible things. And I'm very excited to be a part of it, to help in any way that I can. And I'm really pumped to see what the future holds. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you have a great day.
Well, there it is. That's the announcement. Carl Nassib comes out and lets the world know that he is gay, that he is a gay individual, and that has created some barbershop talk, that has created some strong opinions, both for and some against. Just on a personal note, I could care less. Like me personally, that was probably information you probably could have kept to himself, but he explained in the video on why he felt the need to go public, while also stating of his dream for a day where he and others would not have to come out and make something like that public. My personal opinion, I don't care what you do in the privacy of your own home or your own hotel room, whatever you do, that's you. And I'm grown enough to understand that my cup of tea may not be somebody else's cup of tea, and vice versa. What's really disturbing to me, however, is how people are somehow critiquing this announcement as if it's going to affect Carl Nassib as an NFL football player. I was strolling on social media and somebody said it. He said, okay, what does this have to do with him as a football player? And I believe that there are a lot of questions that people are asking concerning Carl Nassib's announcement. Although he is an active NFL football player, he's not a superstar, right? He's not a Hall of Famer. He's not a Pro Bowler, a perennial Pro Bowler, or anything like that, or an All-Pro. But he is an active NFL football player coming out making these announcements. And I just personally believe that we are asking the wrong questions. The questions that we are asking as football fans as it relates to the game of football surrounding this announcement, we're asking the wrong questions. Some may say there is no questions that need to be asked. I beg to differ. There are two relevant questions that must be asked as it relates to Carl Nassib and his announcement. And here are the questions. Number one, how does Carl Nassib's teammates feel about the announcement? How do they feel about his lifestyle, and how do they feel about the announcement? Here's why that matters. That matters, number one, because they're the one doing life with Carl Nassib. They're the one in the locker room with Carl Nassib. They are the one trying to develop a culture for the Las Vegas Raiders with Carl Nassib. So what we think, us who are in the fans and watching via television, it really doesn't matter what we think. A greater or a deeper or a better question is, what do his teammates say? Do his teammates view this as a problem? Do his teammates wish he would have kept the announcement to himself, but they're fine with him, liking to love whoever he wants to like to love? Or do they feel some type of way that he made that announcement? Did he talk to his teammates first before making an announcement? All of that. You may say, well, maybe he didn't have to. And that's true. He doesn't have to. You don't have to do anything. But how does this affect the culture of the locker room and those other football players who he is going in the trenches and doing battle with for this next football season? Me personally, I don't think it should affect anything. I'm pretty sure some conversations already taking place, or maybe some conversations not taking place. Who knows? But if you are if you play football before, you know that things like this can affect what goes on, when they're not on the field. So that is the first relevant question. What do his teammates and what does the organization think about what's going on with Carl Nassib, but more than the organization, because they always have to put out press releases that are politically correct. But what do his teammates feel about this announcement? That's the first question. The second and last question that we need to ask, and the last relevant question that relates to this announcement, is simply this: can Carl Nassib play football? Can he play football? Okay, whatever the answer to that question is, him making an announcement that he's gay is not going to make that reality null and void. If Carl Nassib couldn't play football before the announcement, he's not going to be able to play football after the announcement. If Carl Nassib could play football before the announcement, then you got yourself a football player. And I personally believe, yes, Carl Nassib is a good, serviceable, plug-and-play football player. He had two of his best seasons in the Tampa Bay Buccaneer uniform. He had recorded, I believe, 6 sacks one year and 6 sacks another year. I believe 6 and 6.5 another year. He is on the active roster for the Raiders. He's been in the league since 2016. He can play football. Is he an Aaron Donald? Is he a JPP? Is he a JJ Watt or a Chandler Jones? No, but he adds value and has been adding value to the teams that he has been on. And this announcement, him announcing that he is gay, will not affect the bottom line. The bottom line is the guy can play football. But that's my opinion. Y'all let me know how you feel in the comments. Carl Nassib makes his announcement, says that he's gay. Me personally, I don't think that that's a big deal. Don't think it should affect his play on the football field. You let me know in the comments. I'll holla at you.